Hey folks, this is Justin here from cartoonsmart.com, and we're going to talk about what has kind of been a sidetrack for me for about 6 to 7 months, which was really kind of cracking open WordPress and basically getting out of this kind of landlocked state where I was always relying on plugins to do what I wanted, and really kind of not connecting with the database, and that's something I should have just tackled years ago, and it's opened up a whole new world for me. I feel like both with my app development and obviously with my websites, being able to just play around the database is, I mean, it's just mind-boggling how much more I can do. So let's take a look at kind of what got me down the rabbit hole of all this, which is just basically being able to modify the template files in WordPress. So this is your kind of your basic WordPress site where we're living in a post-Gutenberg world right now. So let's go over here and just make a new page. And I'm going to say, we'll just call this test template, right? And I'll just start typing, right? Just so we have any content here. Okay, go ahead and publish it. And that was a page, not a post. That doesn't really matter for this. But what I want to point out is, hey, I already said publish it. Okay, let's go ahead and let's find, I'm still getting used to all this. Our document properties. Let me just view the page and then go back to it. There we go. So I'm just going to go back into the edit state again. Okay, there we go. That looks familiar. All right, so over here under page attributes, and I believe if you aren't seeing those, let's see, how would you go to? Yeah, they should just be there, I believe. What we're looking for is template, okay? And we're not going to see that because we don't actually have any templates uploaded to this particular WordPress theme directory, right? So that's going to be step one over here. And what this is going to allow us to do is basically ignore anything that's over here, okay? So yeah, it's nice that, WordPress is giving us this kind of, block way of laying out things and everything like that. But at the end of the day, if you want to get it kind of down and dirty, working with your databases, really kind of customizing things both visually and making it so that you, the admin, or the users of your site kind of get a more special experience. You just got to dive in there. And again, this is getting past plugins, not using those as much. And here we go. Let's dive into it. So go back over here to document. What we want to see is this template over here. So we're going to have to put in our first template. So what I'm going to do is open up Sublime, this text editor, and I'm going to just kind of speed things along a little bit by copying in some of the code that we're going to use. So first off, we're going to start working with PHP. So this is our opening PHP tag. And if we're going to open it up, let's go ahead and close it off somewhere down here at the bottom. And you'll notice my template name is just going to be testing, okay? I could put anything in here, testing, Justin, whatever it is. And then underneath that, basically I'm specifying that I want to be able to use this template with these particular types: post, page, product. Product doesn't really matter. I don't think we have that for this particular theme anyway. So we'll just keep that to post and page. And then let's do this. Let's go ahead and just copy in get header, which is going to make it so that we keep that familiar header up at the top of our WordPress theme. So whatever you've currently got in there for your WordPress header, that's going to stay. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing down here for get footer, right? So the header and the footer are going to stick around. And then let's just put in here something like hi. And I'm going to write echo hi, which is basically like just printing out something to the page, and I could throw in some HTML here as well. Let's say let's make it bold. All right, so do our typical, just our usual bold tags. Hi, I'm Justin. All right, something silly like that. We'll even capitalize it, make it really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and save this out. Saved it. All right, now what I'm going to do is go and upload this. So I switched over here to my FTP program, and I'm actually already in the theme folder. Let's dive all the way back out of it. So when you initially FTP into your website, you're either going to end up here with your HTML, or they'll just dump you here to begin with. And then you start seeing all your kind of familiar WordPress files. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to WP content, and then go into themes, and I'm just using that terrible 2017 theme, so I'm going to dive into here. And this is where I want to put this template file, okay, which again is just testing.php. If you had multiple themes or different themes, you can do this with any of them. Just dive into the one that you're currently using and pop that guy in there. All right, so upload it, and there it is. Okay, now let's go back over here to the page, and let's just do a nice little hard refresh on this. All right, now you'll see that we've got this template over here, and it's showing us that we're using the default template. Let's switch that to testing, and let's see what happens. All right, so update this, view the page, and there we go. Hi, I'm Justin. That is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. Now, what you're probably wondering is, well, what if I just wanted to have some of the benefits of this, but without obliterating everything else that is kind of nice about WordPress, right? Which is being able to come over here, and at times this is nice, right, do your content editing in here. Okay, well, that is possible, and a great way to figure out how to do that is just go and find that default template, okay, which, and if you've already forgotten what I'm talking about, this guy right over here, the default template, right? That is just going to be this single.php file right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I already did this once before. So I just copied it out to my junky desktop. I'm going to open this up in PHP, and in my text editor, I should say, but here's all the PHP for it. So you'll notice, hey, wait, this looks familiar, right? We already saw that get header in the file that we just made, and we've got this get footer over here, down here at the bottom. So things shouldn't look too strange to you. So let's do this. Let's take out of this some of it, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to want to do. And you'll notice that they are doing a little bit of opening and closing PHP as they kind of drill down through this here, right? So you've got this opening tag, this closing one, then they start just writing normal old HTML again, and then they open this back up. So we'll need to do a little bit of that too. So let's go ahead and copy from here on down to, I guess, where we write our footer again. All right, so slide this off to the side, and actually, you know what? Yeah, that should be right. So here we open it, we close it. All right, then, so we keep what we had before. Then we just begin writing, HTML up to here. Then we got our PHP again. And what we should end up with is opening PHP before that get footer that we wrote in there. Okay, so if we were to save this out, we go and we upload it over to there. Then let's view this page again. All right, so you can see that, all right, there we go. We got that. And then this is what everything would have looked like previously, okay? Not the prettiest setup to begin with. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just save this out as like testing 2 or something, so we can kind of have a copy of that. But what I want to do is I actually want to go back and let me open up the other one again. Let's take out everything that we just did, so at least you know how to do it, right? But let's get pure here. Let's just keep the good parts of WordPress, the header, the footer, and we can tap into all the different functions and stuff like that of WordPress in our PHP over here, but and not worry about trying to piggyback off the what we can do in the page there. That's really not the point of this. One thing I do want to do though is you'll notice that I'm sure you noticed that this text was really kind of far off to the left side here. Let's do this. Let's paste in here this statement. So we're just going to add in here a little bit more HTML. So and obviously this is where a CSS function, class would come in, but I'm just going to put the style tags just directly in here. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just encapsulating anything I write in here into this div tag, which is going to basically just the widest it can be is 960 pixels, and then we're putting in here some padding to the left and the right. So it's not right up against the edge of the screen. So let's save this, and then what you can do is you can kind of get a better idea of what that does by looking at it in the browser. So I'm going to refresh this page again. And you can see now, hey, look at that. That's nice and lined up there with whatever this is below. And you can always go over here and just right-click on this and inspect this element. And you'll notice, hey, oh, look, there's that little div thing that we wrote over that way. And as you kind of scroll over some of these parts, well, we had it for a second there. Oh, there it is. You'll notice, there we go. That's the, here, let me pull this down if I can. Or pull that up. So yeah, you'll notice as I go up and down through here that it's showing me the actual styles, just the stuff that we just wrote on there down here at the bottom. And one of the neat things you can do is you can actually toggle this stuff off and see what it does. So for example, we just got rid of both the padding left and the right. The margin really doesn't do much if these two things are off. So yeah, a lot of neat things you can do if you just right click. All right, now let's do this just as a little example. I'm of course logged in as the admin of this particular website. So let's throw in a little bit of code here right at the very end that is only going to appear if I'm logged in. Okay, you ready for it? Let's put it I'll put it outside of that other stuff. Why not? All right, there it is. If current user can, and then another closing parentheses. So here you go. That's the part to look at. Current user can, administrator. All right. And that's who I am. And then over here, I could just put in here something like echo. I'm the admin. Okay. Be sure you add that semicolon at the end there. And let's upload it to see what happens. All right. So we're going to put that in there. Refresh this page. Sure enough, hey, look at that. I'm the admin. Now, if I were to go and copy this and take it over to some other browser, for example, Safari, there we go, where I'm not logged in, obviously we don't see that anymore, right? So that in itself is a very useful line of code. Let me paste in here one other one, and I'll go ahead and just put this, I guess, into this div. Into our div part, right? If user logged in, okay? So if you do have a website where you have multiple users, you can run this, get their user ID equals current user ID, and let's echo that out, right? Print that out. And what I'll do is let's do a couple BR tags, a couple spaces. I'm gonna put the dot symbol right there, and then print out that user ID. Okay, so this is how we basically just combine the two of these together in one line. I could have put two different lines, that would have worked as well, but I just want to see what my user ID is, right? So now let's go back over here, upload this guy again, and reload. Okay, well, big surprise, the admin is a user ID of 1. All right, so that's plenty for right now. It's 13 minutes worth of time. But what I want to do is really start focusing a lot of lessons on this, because there's so many different things. Again, being able to tap into all the various WordPress functions. One of my the commerce plugin that I use, Easy Digital Downloads, or if you ever hear me say EDD, that's what I'm referring to. They themselves have a ton of functions that you can use if in your template files, just out of the box. They're there for you to use, right? So those, being able to kind of pick apart those things is really extremely powerful as well. For example, if you have a subscription-based website, or if you just want to kind of, develop some of your own tools for checking out the stats and things like that. And from kind of like a freelance perspective too, anybody that runs a commerce business, you can really wow them by being able to say, hey, listen, okay, if you're already selling stuff, let's give you some more powerful tools via something like this, where you can, they're the admin, they're the only one that can access it, stuff like that. So anyway, that's kind of the road ahead, and again, this can all tie back into the apps that you're developing as well. So there we go. Again, that's the teaser. We'll get into the database stuff later.